Welcome to WormBaitOneDay. I'm sure you folks are a little bit aware that the Oscars have happened. Well, not because the Oscars happened, but because Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith. But what I kind of found interesting about the whole thing was how people reacted to it, how Will Smith reacted, how Chris Rock reacted, and other people to what happened. So, just a little backstory, I'm sure you're very familiar. But Chris Rock told a joke about Will Smith's wife, which he may or may not be in an open relationship with. But he made a joke about her hair because she had a buzz cut haircut about her being in G.I. Jane. Okay, seemed pretty harmless, whatever. Wasn't a phenomenal joke or anything, but Will Smith is seen laughing, and then shortly thereafter he goes up and gives a quick slap to Chris Rock. After that, he goes back to his seat and starts shouting, some obscenities at Chris Rock because he's pretty visibly upset. But let's play the video first where he does the slapping. Then we're going to show an intermission video, and then we're going to show him afterwards and the thing he has to say. So let's roll those clips. So here's the video. We're just going to play this with the first part of
Jada, I love you. G.I.
Encounter.
Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow.
There's a quick slap.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And he walks away.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Alright, here's what I'm for. One, he obviously reacted emotionally. As a man, sorry, Will. You don't react emotionally to something like that so quick. And you're going up on a public stage when you're part of the elite. There's no better way of putting it. You're, rich guy money. You're on top of the system. And hey, that's fine. That's great. But you're slapping the shit out of some other guy just for some joke he made. And yeah, it might have been at your wife's expense or what have you, but aren't you an actor? Isn't that something? I mean, shouldn't you have a little tougher skin? Seems really weird to act that emotionally, and not just as a man, well, especially as a man, really, just because when you react that way, you overthink things. And even like when a man gets anger, it's an emotion. When he gets anger and reacts quickly on that, he might do stupid stuff. You might, I gotta, get retribution. I gotta get revenge. You're gonna do stupid shit. Plain and simple. That's what Will did here. But Mr. Rock plays it off fairly well. So that's him walking back all smug, I thought, by the way.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
Alright, so Chris is a little shook there, and I get it. You got someone that's just kind of being a little belligerent, and just slapped you, I guess. Maybe Chris is just trying to maintain his professionalism. I'll tell you what he didn't do is overreact with his emotions. Chris Rock here acted like a goddamn man. He should have hit him back. He should have, given the circumstances, I don't think Chris could have done anything better. He was definitely caught off guard. He's, wow, dude. Like, are you for real right now? Is this really happening? And hey, I get it, because that's really a weird thing. And then that's when Will shouts, hey, keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth, which we'll get into maybe how his wife's in a few other places that she might not be. But biggest thing from this take that I got, Will overreacted. He reacted on his emotions, and he reacted quickly. He didn't really think about it. Why was he so agitated? Okay, it was about his wife. Makes sense. Was that much harm meant to her? Hard to say. I'm not Chris Rock. I can't tell you what that dude's thinking. But I can say this much. Even if harm was meant by his comment, it's the Oscars. You're going to say shit. You're going to roast. You're going to poke fun. That's part of it. So, sorry here, Will. Maybe a little thicker skin. Maybe you got too worked up. And the weird thing I thought was initially, he's laughing, having a good time.
G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
He even claps his hands. He laughs, he claps his hands. What I kind of think happens, he's going with it along, and Will, as we'll see in another part of this here, he tries to laugh things off and use comedy. So maybe already at this time he's fired up. I'm not sure. Maybe that's when it started. Maybe that's all he needed. But what happens here with his wife, she rolls her eyes, screen cuts away. Okay, so she rolled her eyes. Did Will look over at her and she gave him a, hey, not here. That boy can't say that about me. I have no idea, but kind of weird that it wasn't right away Will got up. Either way, though, he reacted quickly, and he didn't react quickly in a logical way. He reacted quickly in an emotional way. So, shame on you, Mr. Smith. It's not how a fella should act in that situation. So, we'll now move on to part 2, which is a video showing how people interacted with Will Smith, not Chris Rock, the dude that got slapped, how people interacted with Will Smith during the Oscars at the intermission. Alright, so part 2 of the video here, we have Will Smith, the feller that did the slapping, being comforted by Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry at the Oscars.
Yeah, I think so, but I can't feel the third person. Oh, yeah. Is that Jamie Dornan, maybe?
Isn't it weird that everybody's looking after Will? Will, the fella that went on a public stage and slapped somebody. So, original video link here. Okay. They note that it's not theirs. One of the videos, I had to kind of make a cut there. One of the videos got pulled because of copyright from this Scott Feinberg fella. Don't know who he is, to be honest. But Scott Feinberg's caption on this video is, during the commercial break, Will Smith is pulled aside and comforted by Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry, who motion for him to brush it off. Will appears to wipe tears from his eyes as he sits back down with Jada, with Denzel comforting Jada and Will's rep by his side. You know what bothers me there? Dude's crying. Emotional. Will. I know women say they want, fellas in touch with their emotions and cry in that, but most fellas like to bottle that stuff up because they know when they cry out in the open like that, it's a sign of weakness. I really think here that Will Smith was exhibiting weakness, particularly with what here crying at the Oscars next to his wife. He's crying after he slapped a man. The fellow that got slapped said, "Wow, dude. Really?" And went to continue on with the show. Don't react emotionally to things. don't react so quickly. When you type that angry email, you hit send, it's gone. When you go up on the stage of the Oscars and you slap somebody, it's there. It's going to be there always. And sadly, it gives the reason for the Oscars to be talked about, but not for a good reason. But you don't assault somebody for that reason. Only if there's serious harm to you, physical harm to you, your family, whatever, what have you. I won't get into legalities. I'm not a lawyer. But for cracking a joke, someone sees you out in public and says, hey, you're fat, you're ugly, you're obviously an effing moron. You go slap the guy, you can be arrested for assault. And in terms of assault, Chris Rock could press charges here. He did not. No charges were pressed from Chris Rock onto Will Smith. But Will, goddamn, did you react poorly. But you did what you did. And as a man, you should live with those consequences. Will you, though? Probably not. Let's go to video 3 here real quick. Here's how Will Smith starts his little speech here.
I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you.
In this business, you got to have people disrespecting you, he said.
In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you.
You got to have people disrespecting you. But I guess that gives you permission to slap the shit out of somebody. Let's continue.
And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize.
He wants to apologize to the Academy.
Apologize to all my fellow nominees.
He wants to apologize to the nominees for the role of Best Actor. Oh, man. He's thinking there a little. Should he apologize to the dude he hit and overreacted to emotionally?
This is...
Skips it. Flies right over it. F Chris Rock, I guess. Alright.
a beautiful moment, and I'm not...
It is a beautiful moment for the Oscars because people are finally aware that it happened. Maybe they'll tune in next year if you're there, Mr. Smith, and get all emotional and slap happy.
I'm not crying for winning an award. It's not about winning an award for me. It's about being able to shine light on all of the people, Tim and Trevor and Zach and Sanaya and Demi and Ingenue and the entire cast and crew of King Richard and Venus and Serena, the entire Williams family.
I'm here to shine a light on the people that helped me get this award. Anyone that criticizes me along the way, you're gonna get slapped. I'm sorry. Criticizes my wife along the way, I will overreact and slap you.
Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams.
Crazy? Yes. Father? Not from what I saw. Maybe you are. But yeah, crazy.
But love will make you do crazy things.
Love will make you do crazy things, he says. So he never really apologizes to Chris. he never apologizes to him. He apologizes to his fellow nominees. He apologizes to the Oscars. He's obviously going to want, he's going to want to be there next year. Can't piss them off too much. Can't poke a bear. But he never apologizes to the guy that he happens to hit on stage in the public. So, did he embarrass Chris? Yeah, I'd say so. Chris was caught off guard. But damn, did he humiliate himself. What an ass.
Being able to love and care for my mother, and my family, my wife. I'm taking up too much time. Thank you for this honor.
Had to bring his wife into it. So he views himself right now as totally in the right. This is after the incident. He's had some time to stew in it. People have comforted him. People have probably even comforted him and reinforced his thoughts about, you had a right to slap that man on television, on a stage. You had a right to assault that man. And Chris Rock, again, did not press charges.
Thank you for this moment, and thank you on behalf of Richard and Alcina, the entire Williams family. Thank you. Hoping Academy invites me back. Thank you.
Jokes at the end and then reinforces for the second time about the Academy inviting him back. So twice he's pleaded with the Academy to have him there next year. Twice. Honestly, it makes me sick to my ass. It really does. He's just worried about himself in this. That's it. And that's human nature. But even in his speech, he's trying to justify his actions. Will Smith didn't do it. Will Smith did everything correct. He did nothing wrong. It's not his fault. It was everybody else. Well, Chris Rock. It was Chris Rock for making a joke. Chris Rock calls me fat in public. I slap him. There's going to be a problem. Will Smith slaps someone on television at an awards ceremony. It's cool. It's Will Smith. He can do what he wants. I ain't Will Smith. I was not in Men in Black. That's all I know that he was in, and this tennis movie. But Will Smith. So why would Will, we have to sit back and think, why would Will react so emotionally? Well, because he loves his wife. His wife's a queen. He'd do anything for his wife. So his wife must be a pretty good woman. His wife must really look after him. His wife must always be at his side and no other man's side. She's a good wife after all. Let's go to the next one here. Uh-oh. Who's that? Is that Jada Pinkett Smith? Will Smith's wife? The one whose honor he defended? Uh-oh, who's this? Who's this fella? Well, that fellow is August Alsina with Jada Pinkett Smith, and that's in 2017. So in 2017, 5 years before this Oscar, here she is with her arms wrapped around somebody. Seems like a good woman. Okay. Let's see here. Did August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith have an affair? August became known to the Smith family after being introduced by Jaden Smith, and since has had a close relationship with them. During an interview posted on June 30th, 2020 on YouTube, he made the shocking claim that he had an affair with Jada Pinkett Smith after Will Smith allowed this to happen. That's a hell of a claim. Okay. On July 10th, about 2 weeks later, the couple addressed the rumors during an episode of Jada's Red Table Show Talk on Facebook. We'll review some highlights from that here. Although her husband had not explicitly given his blessing to her relationship, she confirmed that she had started seeing Alcina while the couple were separated. Will said, "We specifically never said anything." So they never said anything to each other. And then while they're on this table, you know, in front of people with a video camera in their face, come to the table was like we just felt like it got to the point where you gotta say something. I don't know, the goddamn truth? That'd be nice. It's a weird thing though, it's a private issue, but you're out in the public like that. You're gonna have stuff like that shared. You can't keep things under wraps when you're just a goddamn nobody. Anyways. August said, so this is that fellow that we saw with his arm wrapped around his wife. August said, Will, quote unquote, gave me his blessing, end quote, and went on to talk about how he fully gave himself to Jada, saying he can die happy now having had that experience. Okay. So Will's a defeated man, according to August, so might not be true. Someone's recollection of an event. He said, I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to it, so much so that the point... They just repeated that. Okay. But, addressing August's comments, Pinkett Smith said, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself. Correct. Jada Pinkett Smith can have the sense to not fuck another dude. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. If women want to engage in a sexual encounter with a fella and they approach him, 9 out of 10 times the guy will say, sure, let's knock boots. But if some random guy goes up to a woman and says, hey, you want to knock boots? Much less chance that'll happen. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. Again, Pinkett Smith. The only person that can give permission in that circumstance is myself. So too with that, she's saying, from a sexual perspective, yes, she's the only one that has say. I agree. But maybe even from a relationship perspective, she's saying the only one that has say is myself, because maybe she's not that tied to Mr. Will Smith. I could actually see how we would perceive it as permission because we were separated amicably, and I think he also wanted to make it clear he's also not a homewrecker, which he's not. Huh. So this woman says, I see how he thinks, you know, he had permission to knock boots, which I gave him the permission to do, because I just noted before, I'm the only one that can give that permission in that particular circumstance. But he didn't really have it. And he's not a homewrecker anyway. So yeah, we might have banged. She calls it entanglement. I guess that's her version of the monster mash, the no pants dance. The Lindy Hop, whatever you young kids call it nowadays. But she can get into a entanglement. But this fella that she was doing this with isn't a homewrecker, though. He's not trying to break a marriage up. He's not doing any of that. So Jada Smith wants to go out and have all the fun and not be a wife to Will Smith? Huh? But it's fine. She said it's fine. Where's your accountability? Damn. Ridiculous. I think Will takes a lot. Pinkett said her relationship with Alcina ended. When it ended, the Smiths reconciled. Oh, okay. Hey, it's alright, honey. You're banging some guys. Come on back. Will, that's weak, dude. You might slap quick, but damn, that's weak. Here's that. Entanglement. What was Jada Pinkett Smith? What was the Jada Pinkett Smith entanglement? Gosh. Willow Smith, her daughter, Will's daughter, the child they conceived together, referred to her mother's affair with Alcina, pictured above, as a romantic entanglement. It's just an entanglement. It's just a rough spot. My pants accidentally fell off. I didn't know he would do that. Sharing her pride in her parents following a rough patch in their marriage, she posted online, "I want to put it on the table. I'm so proud of you." Well, I'll tell you, honey, your mother put way more on the table than the rough patch of their marriage that you're proud of. What? Sharing her pride. So pride of their rough patch in their marriage? Yeah, that's terrible. But your mother was putting more on the table to offer a fella. It wasn't Will Smith. Yeah, you effed up there. But Jada Smith has permission to do that. Calm down. To be able to see you and Dad do that for me, that was like, okay, that's the real deal. That's real love. So Will's a broken man that took back a cheating wife, and he might love her. That's fine and dandy. But cheating wife. Well, it was just a amicable break. It was just a entanglement. Yeah, an entanglement of their legs. And her daughter's proud of it. That's her daughter's role model, her mother. I'm so proud of you, Mom. I'm so proud of you that you were able to screw another guy that wasn't my father because you had an amicable separation. You could blame it on other things, claim you had permission to do so, then say it's not your fault, and get back together with your husband. That's her daughter's role model, her mother. Is this seriously the women we're bringing up? Teaching them it's okay to not be loyal to your husband, to screw around his back, and then to go back to him and expect to be taken back? If Will didn't take her back, her daughter would be so upset with him. Will's just a bad guy. Will's a bad father. He's not a good husband. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's missing out. She was just experimenting. Honest to God, these are the high echelons of women that should be role models. and they can't even be role models to their fucking kids. Well, they can be, but they can be horrible role models. Because I think it could be easily said, any woman that slept around, and even if it was agreed within the marriage, still married, still on paper, you agree it's okay to sleep around, do this, but then you should be able to come back and be accepted with open arms. I think Will should have dumped this fire a long time ago. I'm not Will, though. Maybe she's a phenomenal person. Maybe she's not a scumbag based off the data we have of her sleeping around and doing all this entangling. She might be, but based on what I've read so far, god damn do I doubt it.